Welcome to our fourth video. This video focuses on drill downs. I am Mac Tennyson, your instructor, and a drill down is very powerful in that any number, once a report has been extracted, any number can be drilled down on and back all the way to its source transaction, or it can be drilled down on to do analysis based on another perspective, and this video shows you how to do it. I hope that you enjoy them. This video is looking at drill downs, and we pick up right where we left off with the last video. We have total employee expenses, a query just in this one cell, and drill downs are all connected to something you do in extract view. This is design view. You can see we're still in design view, and so let's extract it. We extract the report, and so here is our total employee expenses, and just let's take a quick look at the drill down that's possible with this. Okay, so let's first off drill down on this baby. So here's the drill, and our video is just all about using that one little button, keep it short. And so we're drill down on account, and so we want to pick out the information that we show from this drill down, and so account code and description. And so it's going to drill down and give us all of the account code and description for the employee expenses. And so get ready with your wow. Then we highlight all of this baby, and you notice I highlighted the entire column of information. I didn't highlight the total. I'm superstitious about highlighting the total, but maybe there's no real problem with it. And we drill down, and you remember from our first dimensions video on analysis dimensions, we have one dimension that we tag all employee expenses with. Don't worry, we're going to learn about all of these details and plenty of time to learn everything. And we have one analysis dimension called who. So every employee expense is tagged with who was it for. So if we paid a hospital for Fred, who works for us, and Fred was the patient, the who is Fred. Okay, the payee in some other place is the hospital, and it's a medical expense, but we tag it with Fred. Okay, and under there we have the analysis codes. That would be the employee number in our system, the ER number, and then the name is the name of the employee. Okay, so we've clicked it so it's over on the right hand side over here, and we go OK. And I don't know if you're able to see this, but what we basically have is something that we refer to in the Adventist Church as a salary audit. Babcock University in West Africa has something over 1 million transactions, 1 million events in their records, and we made this for them. They have over 1,000 employees, and it took about 5 minutes for it to calculate. And in the audience there, one of those guys nearly cried because he spent, just making this simple little report, he spent 3 weeks of his life getting this report ready for the salary audit. Further, any number that you see on any report or any other drill down can be drilled down on as well. So for example, we have this salary. This is salary for this gentleman here, and so you could drill down on that based on, say, accounting period. Okay, and you could see the salary for each of the accounting periods. It continues all the way down. You take the number, any number there, and drill all the way down to the actual transaction. What is useful at this point is to think about what a ledger page used to look like in an account statement or something. You can make your own account statement at this point, a page in the ledger where you can look at all the transactions that make up a number. This could be done for, so these are I'm selecting now are the headings of our ledger that we're wanting to produce. So the date, journal number, journal line, journal type. Journal type's not that valuable, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'll pull it right back over there. Journal source is the person who made the entry, and transaction reference and description are the words that were made and used when the entry is made, the description and all by the accountants. And so we do this and we'll get a journal listing. And so if there were many transactions that made up this salary figure, they would all be listed here. So to continue helping you understand this, let's just do some more drill downs, just almost to show you the depth of this. So here's back to our original number again, and we drill down on this number. And last time we drilled down on account, code, and description. This time let's drill down on just the name of the worker and the name of the employee. And so we go down to who, and we have them all listed. This is the total employee cost for each employee by name, and we could take one of these characters here and drill down based on, let's say, accounting period. Okay, we'll get the accounting period listing there. So we get the accounting period, and we could take this again and highlight it and drill down based on transactions to see the transactions, just like we did before, where we want to see the ledger numbers that make up this number, the actual transactions that make up the number. And what do we want to see about the transaction? Well, the date the transaction was made, journal number, line number, transaction reference, description. And the beauty of this is you can make exactly what you want based on the situation you're in. Instead of taking the canned reports out of the main program, you could basically make your own ledger that reports things. So this would be all of her employee expenses for that month, and you can continue to operate this drill down any way you wish. So let's do another one. Let's drill down, and this time let's drill down by department. Okay, so in the Sun Plus world, we use the word function as partially the purpose of the function. Dimension is to keep track of departmental expenses. So we go down here to function. We're about halfway down the sheet, and we go function, and we want to report it out by department. And so here are the payroll expenses by department. And now we could, that'd be the total employee expenses by department. And then we could drill down on this based on the employee name of who got charged for that. So we'll go down here to the who again and look at the employee expenses by department, and we could see here that in the accounting department there's these two employees, in the children's ministry department, and we're able to see the employees and what department they're in. So it's just the same thing over and over again as we did earlier. And so in any of these numbers we could drill down to the transactions that make it up. And in this case we're working with the total employee cost, and so we could say, oh, well, what is this by account? And so we could specify, let's drill down by account, code, and description, and we'll see that these are the expenses that made up that figure we drilled down on. Okay, and then we could say, all right, and this is for this person for the year. And so let's just see what this looks like if we drill down by period. Okay, just see what the costs look like by period. And you could see that for this employee, I forgot the name of it, but for this employee, for this account, so this is the entries going into the salary for this employee. This is their book allowance spending, a child allowance, and so forth, utility subsidy. And so you could just continue to analyze this as deep as you want. And so this would be for this month, this was the expense, and on any of these you could drill down like we did before on all the way down to the actual transactions. So, and the next time we will continue to look at drill downs and how they work. I shouldn't say next time, because the next video is going to work on the designing of a query, and we'll focus on designing queries on the next time. And then later on we'll have another video on this drill down functionality, especially for the auditors that are interested in this training.